Once you've finished making your entire track, you're going to want to do a couple extra things. First, probably add some effects on it. So add a reverb, add a compressor or equalization, add some volume automation. This is changing the loudness of the entire piece of audio, all the different tracks together. I'll want to do this on your master output, your main output, and it takes the feed from the rest of your tracks. Finally, you're going to want to export your song as an audio file and then make an MP3 that everyone can listen to. So let's do each of those things, starting out with adding some reverberation onto our track. I'm going to go over to Studio One. We have our track, all that stuff there, and we're going to go to Mix. And on Mix, we need to add an effect. So I'm going to right click over here where it says Inserts, or just click this plus. And I really need to go to the ones that are by Presonus, because that's the only ones we have. So this flat in this folder doesn't do us much good. You need to go to Vendor where it says Presonus, and then we can add here some reverb. Now if I play it, so you can hear the echoing on there, the reverb I have there. So that's worked. Great, we have a reverberation on there now. And you can see it here. If you click it, it'll open back up and we can adjust it. And maybe we want an equalization, so we can put that on here. That's going to be with this channel strip. And it'll allow us to change levels of things. And take the reverb off for just a moment so we can hear that. So let's click over here and loop it. And rewind. Regular sound here. Now I'm going to add some bass to it. If you don't have headphones, you won't really hear this, so put on headphones to hear the bass increase. But watch what happens if I take something like this. Okay, I'm going to take another one of these here. This is mainly for cutting off the bass or adding the bass. I'm going to take one here and raise this up. So if there's something you don't really like in it, you can actually move it way down here and remove that. I think the best way to do it typically is just to move it way up, and then you hear what it influences. So I hear that high kind of piercing sound. Maybe I don't like it. Then I remove it from the mix. In this case, it adds some brightness, so I might want to keep that there. So adjust that as needed, the bass and treble. You can click on more of these points to adjust multiple places and create a balance of high and low sounds that you like. That's the equalization here. I can also put this thing called a compressor on there and kind of even out some of the sounds. It's going to make everything a bit more even and consistent to have some compression on there. You can also see when it's being compressed because there's a little bit of yellow in the signal right here showing where it goes down. That's where compression is happening. Watch over here. Cool, got that done. Ready, I'm gonna actually put the reverb back on. Way too much reverb, really. So I'm gonna turn this mix down. Okay, and if I'm satisfied with that, I save it. File save. Alright, Command S, Control S. And notice I have this looped section on. If you don't have that on, turn that on and drag the loop on the top to go as long as your entire song. Since this has some reverb on it too, and it's going to last a little bit longer, I'm actually going to drag it a bit further. So it's going to have some empty space at the end of the track, but no worries. Just want to make sure it contains everything that I've recorded, as well as if it has some echoing or tail at the end of it, it records that too. Then I'm going to go to Song and Export Mixdown. I'm going to pick here 24-bit, high quality. Okay. I'm going to pick a location and say I just want this on my desktop. Okay, and say Open, strangely. Give it a title here. Fun Tim's as always. Tim with 3 S maybe. I want WAV file format. There's these other ones too. Okay, but WAV file is the most standard. That's what we're going to use. And I say between loop. It's going to export everything that's between this loop. Start and end. It says it's 11.5 seconds. Yours should be like a minute, right? You need to have at least a minute in here. Bypass master effects. No, I want those. Main output. That's what I want. Anything else that's strange? No, so all this is good. So I say, okay. If it's too loud, it'll give you a warning saying it's too loud. Okay, so if it's too loud, then you can either drag down this master fader or some other element. Oh, almost forgot actually. Let's do one more different thing. Let's right click on this little fader and hit Edit Volume Automation. This brings us a new track called Main and lets us change the volume over time. I'm going to click here, click another time over here, and drag it down and make it so it gets softer at the end here. Listen. So it's a fade out for my entire track. Okay, so let's actually export this new version of it. File, Song, Export Mixdown, all my same things here, and it's going to ask me, it's going to basically try to write over that file. I hit OK. Oh, no, it just made a new version. Let's hear if it sounds correct. Cool, it has my fade out and everything, so we're all good. Now the only thing we need to do is we need to go to a new site and say wave to MP3, some equivalent of that, and find some. I'm gonna find a website that'll do that for me. I don't want to download anything or any programs or something. I just want it just to be able to do it on the web. And I can't remember if I've used one of these before, but when I look at it, oh yeah, this one works. So media.io, this one's fine. I'm gonna delete these other ones. This might work too, but let's use this one here, media.io. I'm gonna select the file I want. It's gonna be on my desktop. Fun Tim's, and hit open. And I'm gonna click MP3 and high quality and convert. It'll upload it, convert it for me, and then I can download this MP3 and send it to anyone I want. So now we've got everything done. Just gonna click this download, and downloads my file. If I say show it in my computer, and if I hit play, it'll play it as MP3. Notice file size too, really small here. All right, you got this 214 kilobytes, not even a megabyte in size, so nice and small, easy to email. And I'm going to want to have all your files, this MP3 as well as your main file here, the song file from Studio One. Take a look at what that looks like here. I'm going to go File, Save As, so you can see what it looks like. Save As. I'm going to say it to the desktop, so you can see what it looks like. It should save in a folder like this. And then inside the folder, it should be this type of file here, .song. Okay, so I need not only that, but I need your MP3. Copy that, move that over there. Wave file. I think I put the MP3 in the. Here's my MP3. Notice again the file size. This is 214 kilobytes. It's really small. The WAV file is a lot bigger, 3 megabytes or 3,000 kilobytes. Okay, this is the smallest of all. This Fun Times song is only 22 kilobytes. That's because mine's only using MIDI, which takes up very little information, no actual audio. Our next projects will have a lot more in it because we'll be using audio. That's it though. I need these 3 things, right? And then I need to have your file where you're telling me about your project, your write-up, right? So you should have some one-page dealio where you're telling me all about your project and what you did. And you can find that out on Blackboard.